Let me tell you a story. I was around 10 years old when this happened. I was on my mum's computer. This was my mum's computer. I was on my mum's computer, and I know that a friend of hers, a guy mate of hers, her and my stepdad's, had borrowed the computer for a long period of time before we got this back. I was on the computer and I was editing top 10 superhero YouTube videos on a new channel that I just made. So I was making my favorite superheroes and putting it in a top 10 list and all that sort of stuff. And I was editing it and everything, and I was looking through some of the files on the computer. And as I was looking through the files, there were 3 different types of files. And I don't know, it was late at night, I was curious, and I just clicked on one, right? I was watching this video, and it took me a little bit to figure out what I was actually watching. And being that young, I realized I was watching Kim Kardashian's sex tape. That was my first ever experience dealing with pornography or dealing with a porno like that. It was a weird feeling to witness that, and I kind of got nervous and I quickly turned it off. There's a lot of young youth out there that have experienced things like this before as well. And I want to say it's not weird because there's people that have, like myself, that have experienced that too. Whether you're exposed to those kind of videos at a young age, at 10, at 11, at 9, at 8, or whatever, it's all around us. And when we look around society, it's kind of surrounded on social media, on the movies we watch, on whatever, subtly, but it's around. So going through waves as I've gotten older, going through different seasons of watching porn and masturbating or whatever, and doing those things and then stopping for a long time and not doing anything, and then going back to it, depending on what kind of mental state I was in that season of my life, or or whatever. So depending on what season you are in your life, and some people behind closed doors, some young men, some youth, they will consistently do it and not tell anyone and hide it, obviously, because it can be embarrassing, obviously. So what you need to understand psychologically is what porn and masturbation are doing to you is it's giving you that fast success. Your desire to be intimate with a woman, or your desire to want to have sex with a partner or whatever, is being taken away and being drawn out of you selfishly by these companies, because they want you to have that feeling fast, because that's what's giving them money, that's what's paying them, whatever. So you need to remember, these industries are trying to deprive you of that desire, because once you use it on these websites, on these whatever, you use your energy on these, it's taken out, it's gone. You're not going to want to use that in your real life. Once you do that, you're probably going to want to go to sleep. So that's what these companies and all that are trying to do to you, to be able to better or take away this bad habit, or take away this desire that you have in your self-improvement journey, that I hope you take upon after watching this video. To explain self-improvement in a basis, all that is you doing certain habits, certain things, day in, day out, week to week, to try and better yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, socially, a little bit of everything. And so over time, what you will gain is the ability to talk to women, the ability to be comfortable with yourself, the ability to know where you want to go, what businesses you want to build, everything in between. The man that you want to become, the person you want to become, will sort of morph in as you grow into this journey. So that's what self-improvement is. It's just bettering yourself consistently, with reading, with training your body, with learning a fighting sport, with practicing your social skills and talking to people, being a good person, practicing your side hustles, building those up into businesses that can make you money in the long term. Just being the best man you can possible. All of these factors can be bettered. And what I mean by this, why I'm talking about this in correlation to porn and masturbation, is because everything that you want, when it comes to those desires that those websites take from you, your self-improvement journey will help with. Your self-improvement journey, bettering your hygiene, bettering how you look, bettering how you smell, bettering how you talk, how you carry yourself, is all going to get you what you really desire from what these things are taking you. If you want more attention, you're going to have to better yourself and improve yourself to be someone that deserves the attention that you want. And I know, because I hope that someone watching this video can relate to me in the fact that, I was a little kid that bumped into videos like that, and those images stayed in my brain. And whether obviously I desired it, obviously I was attracted to those sort of videos, because I was like, ooh, dopamine spike. Every time that you watch the video, it's a dopamine spike, giving you the happiness that you need to work for, that it takes patience to get, that it takes time and effort to be able to obtain. It's a long journey, but it's way more fulfilling once you do it in a long journey, because you won't take it for granted when you get it. You'll be grateful when you do get it, because it took hard work. It took you from when you were awkward in high school to be able to get to this point that you are now, where you're confident, you smell good, you look good, you feel good, all those things. because you developed it over a long period of time with the habits that you were doing. And if I were to give you advice on how you would try and get rid of those urges or take away less times that you would do that habit, that bad habit, if you take out the cues to make you want to do those things, whether that's on social media. So if you're around 18, 16, 15, 14, whatever, if you're around those ages, if you take out your cues, whatever things that you see that spike the urge to be able to masturbate, to want to masturbate or to want to watch porn, take out the cues. So what I've done before is I've gone, so on my social media, through a period of my life, if I was following a woman or whatever, if I was following like a model or anything like that, just a good looking lady, if I had the urge when I was scrolling, then I would unfollow right away. Boom, unfollow. If they posted something that gave me the click, then boom, unfollow. And I just kept doing that over a period of time, and that took away all the urges, because it took away the opportunities for it to go into my brain, for me to desire it. So over time, that cleaned out my social media, which meant that social media wasn't going to catch me lacking. And yeah, that's a good tactic to be able to take away those things. You kind of want to focus on doing it as less as possible. So if you're used to doing it, a certain amount of times a week or whatever, I don't know what that is for you. If you do it a certain amount of times, so I've obviously had bad weeks too. I've done it multiple times in one day. I've done it multiple times, during a week, obviously. I have been in those phases before, but what you want to try and do to try and minimize it is over a long period of time, you want to set the goal of doing it as least than you were the week before. So I know it's weird. I know you're going to be like, oh, why would I be counting? It's like, just get a rough estimate. Get a rough estimate of the number that you think you would be doing it that week, and then set the goal a little bit less the next week. And just keep doing that. And slowly you'll start chipping away at it, and then you'll start to forget about it.